Well, hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining me once again today on the broadcast. It is the week of Thanksgiving, and we are having an entire week of Thanksgiving here on the Bible Tract Echoes radio broadcast. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm stuffing myself with turkey every day of this week? That I have stuffing coming out of my ears? Does that mean I'm eating cranberries and all these things? Not necessarily, though that might be somewhat true. But as it pertains to this radio program, we are sharing some things that you, our listeners, are thankful for. Before we jump into that, though, I've got to remind you, we are barely 1 month away from Christmas. Now, the reason we're doing this week of Thanksgiving is so that we don't forget where we are and we don't get ahead of ourselves, but shipping lead times have been somewhat long lately. So, if you would like some good Christmas gospel tracts, now would be the time to order them so that we can get that order on its way to you as soon as possible. For instance, we have a gospel tract titled The Characters of Christmas. What does that gospel tract talk about? Well, have you ever wondered if people in the Bible had as many insecurities as you and I do sometimes? Well, what if we think about Zacharias and Elizabeth? I wonder, they thought they were too old to be used of God, right? How about, let's see, Mary? She thought maybe she was too young to be used. Joseph, he was kind of self-conscious, wasn't he? Those wise men, now this is a supposition, but you got to wonder, were they too intellectual to be used, and yet God still used them? The shepherds, they were pretty busy, weren't they? And yet God still used them. You see, friend, no matter what your excuse for why God can't use you, the Bible and God blows that all to smithereens. He wants to use you. He wants to be acquainted with you. He wants to have a relationship with you. And this gospel tract explains that. You can get it for free at BibleTractsInc.org. Maybe, just maybe, order that today so you don't miss out. Now, I'm sharing, as I mentioned, some responses from people just like you. We're going nationwide and even internationally. We've heard from Ontario, we've heard from New York, California, West Virginia, Wisconsin. I'm trying to think, have we got anything further south? We've heard from someone in Illinois as well. We'll see if maybe we can get one from somebody further south here in just a little while. Well, this one, first one, South Connellsville, Pennsylvania, and that's not very south. We'll continue on, but Andrea is the first one up from South Connellsville, Pennsylvania. I'll tell you in just a moment how you can contact me and share what you're thankful for, because I want to hear that, and maybe we'll share that on the radio as well. But she says this: I'm thankful for our God being the faithful one, the Amen. No matter how I feel or do or think, He is the immutable, always able God. And I'm so glad for that fact, Miss Andrea. I greatly appreciate the fact that you would be a part of our radio broadcast today, the fact that you would listen in, and the fact that you would respond to tell us what you're thankful for. If you're listening right now and you'd like to share what you're thankful for, and maybe you'd like to hear it all over the radio airwaves via my voice, you can text me right now. Just text me this message, I'm thankful for, and then fill in the blank. Here's the phone number. You ready? I'll just give it to you one time, real slow. Here we go. 309 316 7240. Text me, and maybe, just maybe, you'll hear that very soon. Andrea, thank you so much from Pennsylvania. Let's see if we can get anybody from further south here. Let's see, next one. This one's from Wisconsin, but we'll still take it. Miss Nora, she says, I'm thankful for my wonderful husband. Celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary on November 16th. Congratulations. I'm only a day late, a week late, and $1 short. I apologize, but that's amazing. 25 years? I'm only on, let's see, year number 8 with my beautiful bride, Miss Rebecca. So congratulations, Miss Nora. She says, also thankful for each and every beautiful day the Lord gives us to be together. That's a great way to look at it. 25 years into marriage and still thankful. To God be the glory for that. Miss Nora, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's continue on here. Let's see. Phil. Where's Phil from? Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, that's not technically south. That's still Midwest. We're going to find one to the south, I promise here. Here we go. I'm thankful for the institution of family. It looks like we're keeping this theme. Yesterday, we talked about family, and I encouraged you to reach out to your family on Thanksgiving Day. Don't let me down there, okay? But Nora just mentioned how thankful she is for her husband, and Phil says this, I'm thankful for the institution of family, and especially the Proverbs 31 wife the Lord gave me. How many years ago do you think? If you had to guess, from Phil, from Indianapolis, Indiana, how many years ago? 58 years ago, he says. Goodness gracious. My salute. My hat off to you, Brother Phil, from Indianapolis. I'm thankful, he says. That's so good. We have 2 anniversaries in a row. 25 years, 58 years. Proverbs 31 woman. Who can find a virtuous woman? Seems like Phil did. Let's continue on here. Sussex, Wisconsin. Donald from Sussex, Wisconsin. Do we have any listeners from down south? I'm trying to think. We'll have to find out here in just a moment. He says this. Now, here's a good one. I'm thankful for godly elected representatives of our country. He was very specific there. That identifier, godly elected representatives. I pray that only God-fearing authorities are elected and we can live in peace. I'm thinking of so many different Bible verses about how when the righteous rule, the people have rest, have peace. That's very good, Brother Donald. Thank you so very much. I appreciate the fact that you would share that with us today. Let's continue on here. Let's see Miss Cheryl from MacArthur, West Virginia. Does that count as the South? I don't know. Does West Virginia count? I don't think technically. We'll have to find out. I don't know. Somebody respond to me and tell me whether or not that's true or not. I'm thankful that through God's grace, I'll have a heavenly home. You know, that home is already being built. That mansion is already under construction, Miss Cheryl from MacArthur, West Virginia. Thank you so much for that. Let's talk about heaven for a moment. Do you know you're going there? I can't tell you. It's going to be so amazing. Not only the fact that the streets are made of gold, a sea like crystal, the fruit trees sound amazing to me, the walls have foundations of precious stones, but best of all, we get to spend time with Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. There's just something about that name. I hope you love him. I hope you're thankful for him today. Let's continue on, shall we? I think I have found the first response from the legitimate South. Now, it's technically Southwest, but Kathy, she responded from New Mexico. And thank you so much, Kathy, the Southwest. She says, I'm thankful for my Prayer Warriors group. Fortunate to be part of and witnessing so many miracles of God. Today is the homecoming for one young man who's been in 3 different hospitals and on a respirator due to sickness, and that's been since early September. Although still weak, his lungs are healed and he's going home to continue building his strength back. Kathy, what a joy, what a blessing to hear that prayer request being answered. We had someone on Monday say, I'm thankful for answered prayer. And Kathy, it sounds like you could echo that. We'll continue praying for this young man. Miss Kathy, if you're listening right now, I'd love to know this young man's name. And if you don't want me to share it publicly, that's completely fine. But I'd love to personally pray for this young man as he continues to be raised up. What a joy to hear. Here we have Tim next. Tim from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Here we go. He says, I'm thankful for salvation, hope, eternal security, health, my church, my family, my liberty, and my country. Tim, you're thankful for a lot, and I'm thankful that you are thankful for a lot. One of those things jumped out at me. All of them were great, but eternal security. I'm saved, and I know I'm saved. I'm so thankful for this. Let me give you a little illustration for those of you that maybe have struggled with this concept of eternal security. Think about it this way. If I was walking through a parking lot with my 2 little girls, of course, Emmy and Lucy, maybe one holding on to each of my hands. Now, if I put out my pinky and ask them in this busy parking lot, carts going everywhere, and cars, trucks, and vehicles of all kinds whizzing everywhere, and people trying to get their last few things before Thanksgiving dinner, right? Imagine the craziness. If I ask them, grab my pinky now, girls, hold on to my pinky, and let's walk. Think about this. They could at any time decide to, if they are the ones holding on to me, they could at any time decide to let go and run away, couldn't they? They could see something shiny on the ground, and as we're walking, they could stop, let go, bend over, and try to pick up that penny or that quarter, right? Or, now, my mind doesn't even have to go here, but someone with ill intentions could swoop in and grab those little girls because their grip is not very strong, is it? They're trying to hold on to my pinky, and they could be pulled away so very easily. They could be struck by a shopping cart and knocked down. But how about this, though? What if I say, girls, I want to hold your hand? Now, I'm not omnipresent. I'm not omniscient. I'm not all-powerful, okay? But I can tell you my grip is much stronger than theirs. You see, if they want to run away, they would be brought up short by Father's hand, by Daddy's hand, by my hand. And without special permission, of course, one of our rules is we don't run in the parking lot, they would never be able to get away. And if somebody with bad intentions tried to snatch them away, I can tell you the Father's grip, I'd be holding on for their dear little lives. It would be much more difficult. Well, how about our all-powerful Father? Well, you see, when you accepted Christ, if you have, and I hope you have, when you accepted Christ, you did not grab onto his hand. He grabbed onto you, not just your hand, but all of you. The Bible tells us that we are in the Father's hand, and no man can pluck us out. But what if you want to jump out? What if you want to get away from this thing called salvation? Can I tell you, friend? You can't. He's too powerful for you. He, when you accepted and became a part of his family, once saved, always saved. 1 John 5:13, these things have I written unto you that believe on the name of the Son of God, that ye may know. You can know that you know that you know that you know you're on your way to heaven today. I'd love to hear from you. Have questions? Text me, 309-316-7240. Have a great day for his glory. Join us tomorrow. It's Thanksgiving. God bless.
Thank you for joining us today for Bible Tract Echoes, a ministry of Bible Tracts Incorporated. If you would like to receive a free sample packet of all of our tracts, you can contact us by calling 309-828-6888. That's 309-828-6888. Our mailing address is P.O. Box 188, Bloomington, Illinois, 61702. A faster way to contact us is to go to our website at BibleTractsInc.org. That's BibleTractsInc.org. There you will find more information about our ministry and details on how you can support Bible Tracts Incorporated. Thanks for listening, and may the Lord richly bless you as you serve Him.